Sign of things to come. Oh, why do I do these things? Perfect running Kawasaki. Absolutely dead reliable, almost to a fault. Basically just, you know, nobody wants to go riding with me, so I figure by the next time we go riding, I'll have the baddest motherfucker on the block. I mean, I already do, but, you know, we got a A.D. twin cylinder Lombardini. That might be, I don't know, I might just sell that thing. It's a little bit too big for anything I've got. 1300 cc, 35 horse. But this little guy, 360 cc, single cylinder. I mean, this is right what I've been looking for. Everybody's done the Chinese clones. You know, got a little bit of Italian flash. Just a little bit different. I got a pull starter. Yeah. Full pressure lube. I mean, we got an oil pump, oil filter. I mean, yeah, I got a couple opposed Briggs. And I start reading up on, oh, you gotta grind the crank to get oil to the bearing, you know. Fuck all that noise. This thing climbs shit so fucking steep. It's starving the carb. And there's gas pouring out of the tank in the back. I mean, it just keeps fucking going. So I'm thinking with a fucking mechanical injected diesel, she's going to be pretty well unstoppable. I'm going to have to, I might even put a gravity feed tank up here and put a battery under the seat. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, all the wiring's undone, fuel line's off, cable's off. It's ready to pull. I think the hardest part is always these Pt.2 pulleys. I left this on with dreams of actually mowing again with it. And never got around to it, so we're just tearing her further and further and further away from an actual yard machine. Yeah, I know it's 2022. Like, bro, grow up. Still using air tools, but every now and then you gotta break out the titanium IR, old trusty. Also, gotta break out a 16 millimeter socket. Like, bro, only John Deere with a Japanese engine could pull such a feat off. Honestly, I think it's the first time I've ever used a 16 millimeter. And, true to form, I have pulled yet another perfectly good running engine. For no good reason other than it was just so reliable it was boring. Even after I have told myself this one's gonna stay stock, I have enough projects. Now here we are. So now I have yet another perfectly good running engine and not really any project for it. I love the engine. It might mow grass yet. I think I might just power an actual mower deck with that engine. That ironically would probably be simpler than trying to get this thing to ever run a mower deck again. And then I'll just, I'll get a heavy duty hitch and just tow the whole contraption behind me. But just thinking out loud here. Well, well, well. So, it is a compact package. It's narrow, but it is tall. So, I foresee some clearancing happening with that hood, which is fine. I kind of like those older John Deeres. They have the these little ridges. They all kind of share the same family, you know, design, but these ridges aren't walled off. They're actual vents. They look pretty dope. Thinking about glassing in some wider hood scoops on the side. That'll cover the pulleys. We'll see. Another major issue that I've hated about this mower since the day I got it. You could tell that it's like they had some leftover horizontal rear diffs from the 80s, but everybody was running vertical motors at that point, so they had this oddball 90-degree twist. The belt went above all the steering linkage around the transmission shift linkage. I just took all this loose, but every time you have to change a belt, you have to take the steering support off. It goes around this thing. It has a 90-degree twist. It's just a nightmare. So since day one, I've been planning on a horizontal motor swap, since I already have a horizontal diff. So that wasn't just like an afterthought. That's been kind of the plan. So I'm gonna clearance this engine cradle, have the belt come up through here, probably a series of tensioners, who knows. It's gonna get wild. We're no longer drawing air into a fan, so that gains us some clearance. Not bad. That's mostly just the pipe. I think I cut a hole for that pipe. We come down another 2 inches. I could always space the hood up. I got her far enough back that all 4 bolt holes are going to land on the original engine plate. Air cleaner fits just barely. Luckily the bottom half, the serviceable part, unclips, and the flared part that's up against the battery heat shield is the part that stays, so the inset part should pull out to be serviced. Clearance for the pulleys is, well, I'm probably still gonna have to glass the hood out, but we got her to shut. At this point, garage is so fucking packed with shit, it's easier to pack the motor around than my welder. So, had this smooth deck pulley. There's no spline, there's no keyway. And then I got the keyed shaft off the Kawasaki. That's gonna drive the diff. But I need to run some other accessories, but this one is not keyed. You see it just moves on the shaft. I'm gonna sort of use the shaft as a alignment tool. This is nice and snug. Two factory edges. You know, cut edge out here. Weld these guys up. And hopefully it runs true. Well, pulley welded up. Had to find a bolt for the crank. Don't know what pitch this is. I'm guessing it's a M12 1x1 pitch or something weird. all I could find was this banjo bolt that it won't focus on. Best I could remember, this is for a water-cooled turbo on an RB25. Just in my bolt bin, but it's the only thing that fits. That washer is just barely gonna catch, but I'm trying to make it as thin as possible so it don't rub on the hood. Let's see if we really can't bite off more than we see. If I can't flop my right foot brake to a left foot brake. So this is where I'm at now. I got a lift pump. It's installed to a switch. Used to be the deck engagement. So lots of fuel pressure, really loud so I can tell when it stops working. The winch is working. This thing's ready to go. It's trying to start. So I gotta work on foot pedals, throttle, and then belt routing. All in a day's work. So yeah, we got the foot pedal throttle kind of starting to mock up. I think it's going to reach. So I'll finally have a right foot throttle and a left foot brake. This took some pretty creative angles. It's a little off, but I figured the first time I roll it, probably get bent and re-straightened anyways. But that's full, you know, brake safety that's been bypassed, but full throw there. And then I think it's still gonna disengage the transmission like it should. Guess we'll find out. Well, we're finishing up for the day. Mac likes it. Smell like diesel? Smell different? Yeah. Alrighty. Wanted to give a quick shout out. Cleaning up for the day. Diesel Deere is almost done. Thanks for watching. But I noticed that we surpassed 100 subscribers. Not much, but you know, we're growing. So I did want to say thank you. And if you haven't already, check me out on TikTok, Man in the Benz. You see all my kind of shorter, you know, action videos and stuff, sub 1 minute stuff. If you ain't got time for my long-winded stuff here. If not, stay tuned. And I'm trying to keep content coming for you guys. I'm building a shop now. We just finished the slab in here. So hopefully in the future my videos won't be so cluttered and hectic. We got a lift. We got a pit. Big things coming. Stay tuned. Thanks.